Hey guys, oh my gosh, I am so excited to share something with you right now. So I just went and checked the mail. I just got home and this was in the mailbox. So if you can read that, it's from the Army Review Board Agency. Now, that may not mean much to you, but back in February, I had sent off paperwork to the Army Review Board for William Ilg, my second great uncle. And the reason I'd sent that paperwork off was he had qualified for a Purple Heart medal to be added to his service record. And as far as I was under the understanding, it never had been added to his service record. I don't know for sure because his service military file was destroyed in the 1973 fire at the St. Louis Personnel Records Center, like I said, in 1973. So I don't know if it was ever added to it or not, but from my knowledge, it never was. So I've been gathering information to send off to them so they could review his records of what I do have and make sure that that medal and citation was added to his file. Now, obviously, here it is, November, and that's a long time. I'd been waiting for months and months, and I'd finally contacted them and asked them, what is going on? I should have received a confirmation email, and they got back to me and said, well, we don't have any record of anything, so why don't you go ahead and email us everything that you sent, and we will review it. So I did that just about a month or so ago, and now I finally have a response, and I wanted to open this on camera live with you guys so you can actually see what this paperwork says, and I'm hoping it's good news. So, oh gosh, here we go. Let's get this open. I've been waiting to find out this information since I found out about it literally a year ago is when I first discovered this. So, okay, here we go. Dear Ms. Rickards, this is in response to your application October 9th, 2019 to the Army Board for Correction of Military Records regarding the award of the Purple Heart for your great-great-uncle, Private William C. Ilg, who was killed in action November 1918. Army regulation governs the award of the Purple Heart. Please note that the Purple Heart was established by General George Washington on August 7th, 1782 for the Revolutionary War, and the award was then re-established by the President of the United States per War Department General Orders Number 3, 1932. Therefore, the Purple Heart was not active. It was not an active award when Private Ilg was killed in action. So what that means is no, they're not going to add the Purple Heart to his file, because it was reestablished in 1932, but at the time when he was active, it doesn't count. And I thought when I talked to the National Archives, the lady I talked to told me that they went back, I thought, to World War I and was awarding the Purple Hearts for those who were killed in action. And apparently that's not the case. So, well, that's upsetting. That's upsetting for sure. But it doesn't change the fact that my second great uncle, William Ilg, he served and died for his country in World War I. And whether or not they added this citation to his file, I'm glad I did the research so we would never forget him and his sacrifice that was made. And I will make sure that we don't forget the sacrifice that was made. He was drafted. He was the oldest of the 4 children that were left. His father died when he was little, and his mother had remarried, but at the time they were either separated or divorced. So William was the head of the family. He supported his mother and his 3 brothers and worked and took care of them all. And then he was drafted, and he tried getting an exemption since he was the head of the house and the man of the family. And he wasn't chosen for the first draft that they had, but the second draft he was called. So he had no choice. He had to go. And he'd survived. He'd even written home to Pauline, his mom, my second great-grandma. But 3 days before the end of World War I, he lost his life in the Battle of the Meuse-Argonne offensive. And it's heartbreaking that it happened that way, but like I said, we won't forget his sacrifice. I will still remember every year. I will make sure that he is remembered. And actually tomorrow is the anniversary of when he was killed. And it'll be 101 years tomorrow for the anniversary. So, while I don't have good news today, I at least have news, and I at least tried. So, we'll go on from here, and we'll see what other stuff we're going to find out about our family. So, we'll see you later.